It's a battle at the top of the table in the Coed division this evening as undefeated KPMG take on undefeated PwC from Collège Notre-Dame in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. My name is Graham Neysmith, and it's two of the powerhouses in the Coed division. We're taking a look at KPMG right now. They sit atop the table with an undefeated 2-0-1 record. Their +6 goal differential slightly better than their opponents PwC, who have an identical 2-0-1 record, and their +5 goal differential has them in second place in this 4-team Coed division. And we are underway at Collège Notre-Dame. PwC in their orange uniforms attacking from right to left on your screen. There are the officials, a multinational officiating crew as usual here in the Canadian Corporate Soccer League. And KPMG are in their black kits moving from left to right on your screen. This one will be handled right away by PwC. These are two auditing firms, old rivals. They've faced one another a few times over the years, and this game has some extra importance as the winner will take over sole possession of top spot in the Coed division. We mentioned off the top both teams with identical 2-0-1 records. In fact, that one draw for each of those teams came against one another. In fact, this is the second time they're playing this season. They faced off back on July 6th. That game ended in a 1-1 draw. Here's a ball over the top, looking to get on to the end of it is KPMG, getting it now to the top of the box, but it is taken away by PwC. It's been smooth sailing since that draw in the first week of the season for both of these teams as they have been dominant. On July 13th, KPMG beat Ubisoft 2-1 and PwC blanked Beyond Technologies 2-0. And then just last week, it was lopsided scorelines as PwC beat Ubisoft 3-0 and KPMG beat Beyond Technologies 5-0. So neither team has conceded since that opening match of the year. As we said, KPMG in their black kits have a slightly better goal differential, so they are technically in first place right now on 7 points, 8 goals for, 2 against. Meanwhile, PwC have 6 for and 1 against. If we look down the table, just moments ago, Ubisoft and Beyond Technology capped off their game. Beyond Technology emerging 3-0 winners, and I don't think the scoreline was really indicative of how that game went. It was a very even affair. Beyond Technology just took advantage of their opportunities. So they now sit at 1-2-1 with 4 goals for and 8 against for 4 points. Meanwhile, Ubisoft are struggling off the hop this season. They're winless in 4 games with just 1 draw to their credit and the 1 point. They've only scored 2 goals this season. Right now we're just waiting for something to be sorted out. And it looks like it will be a PwC throw. Not too much to report through the opening 3 minutes in this battle atop the table in the Coed division. This one being moved forward. Here comes KPMG. Sliding it through, and that one just rolls out of bounds on this field turf surface here at Collège Notre-Dame. 2 30-minute halves in this division. And a reminder, as always, we are playing with the yellow lines. If we look to the bottom right of our screen, you'll see the football lines don't quite extend the full width of the soccer pitch. And there we see one of the new FIFA rules in effect. Up until this season, a goal kick had to leave the penalty area in order for it to be considered in bounds. But in the interest of pace of play and keeping the ball in play, the ball now no longer needs to leave the penalty area on a goal kick. There's a good throw-in into the box, headed down, not a convincing clearance, but now PwC have control of the ball. They'll knock that one out wide. Nice control as they play it back and look to get some players forward. There's a man making a run through the middle. And there he is, looking for a ball forward. Something for his teammate to run onto, but that one will roll out of play for a goal kick. KPMG's first goal kick of the game. Only 4 teams in the Coed division this season. Means they'll be seeing one another a lot, so a lot of even games. And I think we're expecting a very competitive match this evening. Not too many blowouts to be had in this Coed division. And we just said there was a 3-0 scoreline in the game just before this match between Ubisoft and Beyond Technology. And the referee now is going to blow down for a foul. He was playing the advantage momentarily. But 3-0, really, as I said, it wasn't indicative of how the match went. It was quite even. There were chances at either end. It just so happened that Beyond Technology really took advantage of the opportunities they were given. So, not much to separate these teams, and we already said it was a 1-1 draw in the first week of the season. Here's a free kick now for PwC. This is a good one into the box off the head of a KPMG defender. This one held in. Good opportunity for a left-footed cross. That's what they're looking for. It's a good one, too. No one really able to get onto that one as it was heading towards the back post, and it will roll all the way out for a throw-in. A quiet night at Collège Notre Dame. Not too much wind to report. This is the late game, as we said. There was the game just before this, so these two teams have the later affair this evening. PwC looking to gain some yardage down the far side. This one out for a throw-in. As we said, both of these teams are very good defensively. They've only conceded 3 goals between the two of them. PwC haven't conceded since the first week of the season. Back-to-back clean sheets for them. Meanwhile, KPMG's 5-0 result against Beyond Technology gives them 8 goals for the year, so they'll have that advantage, but it could all change tonight. And this will not be the last time these two teams are facing off this season. Ball looking through the middle. It was off a body and deflected down. Now we've got a player down on the far side, and the official sees that, and he'll head over to check on that. Every Canadian Corporate Soccer League match has a physio on site. But it looks like the player's back to their feet. And we're about to get this one restarted. No clear-cut opportunities whatsoever to speak of through the first 8.5 minutes. And there is the drop ball, and it's booted back up the field all the way out for... Or no, the goalkeeper will actually be able to grab this one and play it out. throwing it right down the middle of the park. Helped on, and that ball wasn't controlled, and now it's goalkeeper to goalkeeper as it's back to the KMG keeper. Nice ball to this near side. Control let her down, though. Trying to turn with it, and they've drawn the foul. We saw the first free kick from this position for PwC get put into the box, and it was well dealt with by KPMG. We'll see what they can do with this one. It's another one looking to the box. Headed on, but it will roll harmlessly to the goalkeeper. And now yet another foul and another dead ball from about the same distance, and this time they decide to play it short and just get on with their attack. That's a great ball up the field with the left peg. It will be held in near the corner flag, trying to move around, certainly a foul. And now a free kick in an interesting position. For all intents and purposes, a corner kick, as KPMG have not been disciplined through the first 10 minutes. It's rare you see a booking in this division, but I don't think we certainly won't be seeing any for that offense, but fouls have been accumulating for the team in black. Good opportunity here. I count 6 players in the penalty area for PwC as they look to open the scoring in this match. 11 minutes in. Left-footed ball. It's a good one hanging up there, but it's aggressive defending from KPMG. They've been asked to defend a few times in the air, those defenders in the black uniforms, and they've handled it well each and every time. Throw-in looking down the line, and that one defended by PwC. Trying to turn with the ball. Looks like he's done it successfully. There's a ball into the box, a dangerous one. All the way to the far side, now trying to move it out. The goalkeeper would have been caught in no man's land had there been an onrushing KPMG midfielder. That's a great tackle in the middle of the park. Looking to transition it back the other way. And now falling to the turf, and, well, there was a reason for that. He was pushed. So, they'll halt things there. No score 12 minutes in between these two auditing firms in Montreal, Quebec. Low ball up the field. That one knocked out by the right back. Don't think we've seen a shot on goal just yet. Or even a shot attempt. Maybe something cooking here, though, down the left flank. And is that going to be a corner kick? It is, confirmed by the officials. So, the first official corner kick of the game. Remember, PwC had, for all intents and purposes, a corner a few moments ago. Let's see what they can do here. Ball moving in there, another good one, just a bit too high for their teammates. That's a good ball, though, to try to attack if they start their run from a slightly different angle. That one bouncing over the head of a defender. Looking to cut inside, but it's taken away. Trying to cut inside and look for something. Two very evenly matched teams, to be sure. There's a ball up the field, but it will roll along. It'll be interesting to see who can carve out the opportunities. Well, they're hemmed in a bit here, though. And that one out of bounds. Or, no, it stays in bounds. And now, no, it is going to be a throw-in. Be sure to follow the Canadian Corporate Soccer League by watching Corporate Soccer TV and also visiting the website, as well as the Canadian Corporate Soccer League Facebook page. The Canadian Corporate Soccer League is the Canadian member of FIFCO, the International Federation of Corporate Football, which is based here in Montreal. A quarter of an hour in, you'd have to think that PwC have perhaps had the better chances thus far, although KPMG have had a few as well. This is a very even game. I can't pick a winner here 15 minutes in. Both teams appear to be defensively minded, very disciplined at the back, and it seems like every opportunity is sort of like that, where it's a kind of a two-attacker going at four defenders, and you're not really going to break through unless there's an error. And here again we see it. 4 players up across the halfway line and 5 defenders in orange, although there's pressure put on there, and it's a turnover that was briefly forced but then recovered by the defender. Now looking to spread it wide. Has some support as well. Going to take his space, slice it through, but then it's turned over. That's a nice ball. No one outside. There's a late run coming in, but it's going to roll to the keeper. Head over the top, a burst of pace from KPMG, and they're going to get on that ball, trying to chip the goalkeeper, who is going to recover in time. It wasn't going on goal anyway. But they nearly caught that goalkeeper out of the goal. 25 yards out, trying to put it through right into the body of a PwC defender. That one well held in down this near side. Good switch of play. Is this an opening they need? But again, not. Look at how much they're outnumbered. There's, count them up, 6 or 7 defenders and only 4 attackers. There's an opportunity, however, but it's going to roll to naught. Both teams playing very defensively minded, and that could be at the detriment of their attacking options. And a foul throw is called. Good press here by PwC. Could force a turnover and create an opportunity. Now a through ball up the field. A counter-attack for KPMG as they look to attack with pace. They get it through, but PwC gets it right back. And a foul there. I don't think PwC have even committed a foul thus far, now that I think about it. 10 minutes from the half. No score just yet. This one poked out wide. She'll just keep it in. First time ball down the line. It's a good one. And now are there some numbers forward? No, it's cut out by KPMG. Difficult decision that time for the official. It was going to be black ball. "20 minutes in at this point." Well, there's a good opportunity to switch the ball. He's looking for it, but it's taken away by a defender. At this point, both teams have gotten a feel for the game, as there's a through ball cut out well again by the defense, so they can start to make adjustments, whether it's formation-wise or personnel-wise. We'll see if they can create a breakdown for their opponent as that one rolls well out of play. On-the-fly subs, by the way, in this league. So you can see just some fresh players entering the field. And it's a relatively short game, only an hour long. So adjustments have to be made quickly. Ball into the middle, controlled by KPMG, looking over the top, no one home, and it's headed down. Graham Neysmith here with you on Corporate Soccer TV. KPMG and PwC competing in the Coed division. As we said earlier, it's a game at the top of the table. Two undefeated teams with identical 2-0-1 records, 7 points apiece. Second time meeting this season, they played to a 1-1 draw in the regular season opener. So now an opportunity to commit some players forward for PwC. There's a nice ball up the flank. Again, only 3 players forward. It'll be difficult to break them down like this. Although here's some support arriving now. And they'll have a throw-in deep in KPMG territory. Turning with the ball. Still, I can't say we've seen an attempt on goal this evening. Trying to cut in. Is there an opportunity to be had here? Nope. The defense closed in and really suffocated that opportunity, but now here's a chance on a counter, a real drag race down the field. And a foul committed there as PwC got the position on the attacker. Both teams seem to have some... And there's yet another foul committed by KPMG. This one 30 yards out. And the official just bringing it back to place it correctly. Both teams very athletic at the back. Lots of pace back there and size. So those through balls, as we saw just a few moments ago where PwC drew the foul, through balls like that aren't really going to do the job, I don't think, because the defenders have plenty of pace and can recover and make up for mistakes. So now this one resting 33 yards out. There's an opportunity for a shot. Left foot attempt, it's a good one dipping, but it dips over the goal. And well out of play. Just about 5 minutes left in this first half. I'd have to say that that last free kick was the first real shot that we've seen. I think there was a relatively weak header down by a PwC player, but I wouldn't really call that an attempt on goal. Ooh, that's certainly a foul throw-in. Yes, that one was hard to miss as the foot came up. Throw down the line. That's a turnover. No one from KPMG attacking it, but they've got the ball back now. Here comes PwC looking up the line. Good give and go there, but the pass much too far ahead for that defender. You wonder if there may be a goal in the works. Just about 5 minutes from the half. Good time to score a goal right before half. It only takes one opportunity, one mistake, one brilliant move, and breaks the game wide open. Header back to the goalkeeper. Well played that time. Goalkeepers have not been busy today. And really, this one's too close to call. You really can't call it, but there's a nice bit of play down the far side trying to cut in. But again, we see the physicality of the defenders, and they've actually drawn a foul there of KPMG. The defenders, very pacey, very physical. They know how to separate a player from the ball cleanly. That will make it very hard to break through on the counter. KPMG in particular have also defended very well on dead ball situations. A couple of free kicks and at least one corner kick, and they've defended all with ease. A chance to switch the point of attack here. She doesn't really have any options up the field, and she's in a bit of trouble, but they maneuver out of it well. A turnover created. With 2 minutes left, can PwC make them pay? Ball clear, but not convincingly. Back inside. A long drive. That one, well wide. Bouncing ball there, and I think it got sliced or hooked or something, and it went almost out for a throw-in. Ball well up over the halfway line. Haven't seen too many long balls today. Here comes PwC attacking again. They've been in control for the past 5 minutes. Looking to slice it through. A great through ball. Now an opportunity for a cross. Calls for a handball. It's given. We were just saying PwC have more or less been in command for the past 5 minutes, and they'll get a penalty here. It was a great through ball for an on-rushing player, and it came up, caught a hand, and the official confirms that we will have a penalty kick here in the 29th minute of play. An opportunity to blow this game wide open. We were just discussing, we don't think they're going to really, we were theorizing how they'd potentially score a goal. Looked like counterattacks were out of the question, and dead ball situations were always handled well, but now an opportunity from the spot 29 minutes in. A stutter step and it's put in. And there it is, the opening goal for PwC, a half hour in, right before halftime. They've drawn first blood in this match. You can see almost coming to a full stop. I was wondering if the official was going to make them retake it for almost completely stopping, but it was well done by the PwC player, and it's a 1-goal lead right on the stroke of halftime. Now a turnover. Can they get another before the half? Cutting it inside. Here's a great opportunity. But the defenders recovered, and it rolls harmlessly to the goalkeeper, and that is actually the last action of the first half. A late goal gives PwC the 1-0 lead. And we're back underway for the second half. A 1-0 lead for PwC over their longtime rivals, KPMG. The goal came very late in the first half. It was a penalty that was converted smartly. As here's a long drive. Oh, the goalkeeper had a bit of an adventure there, and it will be a corner kick early on here for KPMG. Graham Neysmith with you on the commentary on Corporate Soccer TV. So KPMG, an early opportunity to draw even. It was a handball right on the stroke of halftime, and it was well converted by PwC. But now KPMG with an early opportunity to tie this one up. A reminder, KPMG in their black uniforms attacking from right to left, PwC in orange. There's one. That one well cleared away by PwC. Now an opportunity to counterattack for PwC as they move forward with pace. A ball across, onside certainly, as she tries to play it back. And they come together, but it's no matter because it is offside. A reminder, this is a battle at the top of the table in the Coed division. Both teams with identical 2-0-1 records heading into this one. KPMG with a very slight advantage on goal differential, but PwC have some kind of a shutout streak going. They haven't conceded in their last 2 matches, and through the first half of this one, they've also kept a clean sheet. So a very defensively minded team. They can put in goals as well. They beat FC Ubisoft 3-0 earlier in the year. The only time either of these teams didn't get maximum points out of their matches were when they faced off against one another in the opening game of the regular season. That game coming just about 3 weeks ago. It was a 1-1 draw right here at Collège Notre-Dame in Montreal, Quebec. Ball looking up the field. We were talking about it in the first half. Both teams have very athletic players on defense. Lots of pace back there, so counterattacks are going to be stomped out in a hurry. And also some very comfortable players in the air. We've seen a few dead balls that have been put into the box. They've been easily dealt with by defenders. A reminder, it's 2 30-minute halves in this Coed division. A race for it here. This one's sliced inside. Now another through ball. A good opportunity. And it's 2. A great goal from PwC. Calls for offside, but they looked on to me, and that was very well worked. A great through ball. Calm finish with the left foot. The player all the way on the far side was probably off, but this goal scorer ran in from the midfield. It was a beautiful goal, working from one side right to the other, and now it's a 2-goal lead for PwC. and the way they've been defending, is that enough to win this match? For KPMG, it starts with 1. And we'll see if they can respond now. We'll also see if PwC changes up at all. But they've got the ball here, and they'll be looking for 3. I'd have to say that it was a very, very even first half, but I'd have to say that PwC probably had the control of the match for the last 5 minutes of the first half or so, and were eventually rewarded when they were given the penalty. And they just scored a beautiful goal there. Left-footed volley up the field. No one really able to control the bouncing ball, and it's going to roll out for a throw-in. Still 25 minutes left in this match, and we saw 2 goals come in about 5 minutes. Of course, they were separated by the halftime break, but still plenty of time for KPMG here. The most important thing for them, though, is not conceding a third. A third, you'd have to say, would be detrimental, but a 2-goal lead, even with how PwC have been defending, it's not over yet. A foul being signaled, and yet here's a great opportunity for it. Good position to whip in a free kick. Also, we've seen the PwC goalkeeper as being shaky at times. As everyone gathered around. Just setting up the wall here for this free kick. Is it an opportunity to put it into the box or a direct shot? So here we go. This one over the wall and in! A beautiful goal. And KPMG pull one back. It was a good opportunity to do so, and now we're setting up for, this should be a very interesting second half. Right over the wall. Goalkeeper not able to handle it. And how about that? We were without a goal for pretty much a half hour. And now we've seen 3 in about 7 or 8 minutes. PwC still with the lead, but it's slightly less convincing. And now this should be a very interesting finish. 2 worthy combatants going at it for top spot in the Coed division. A reminder, should this one end in a draw, KPMG would still technically be ahead on goal differential, as they have a +6 goal differential heading into this game, while PwC just has +5, but they would still be even on points, of course. And that's actually PwC's first goal they've conceded in over 2 matches. The only team to get one by them so far this season has been the team in black this evening. Corner kick here for PwC. Good delivery. That one almost cleared off the line and cleared again. Now headed back in. Safe hands from the goalkeeper. Almost a direct shot there off the corner kick that was headed away and then handled by the keeper. And that's certainly a foul against KPMG, 35 yards out for this free kick. A run being made, but they're offside now as they'll hold things up. Looking for the drive. That one rising, rising, and rising all the way over. Ball bouncing, moved over, and now headed on. Now trying to dribble into the box, forced away. Right on the edge of the box. They take a tumble. And a free kick is called, or a foul rather, is called against PwC. Ooh, bad turnover there. Here comes PwC again. Another through ball that is knocked away by a defender. Ball up the field. Player falls down, and teams have calmed down a bit since that flourish of offense. Ball over the top, but again it will roll to the keeper. KPMG could have used some width on that move. Player getting wide. There's a press being put on and a turnover created. Here comes KPMG putting it through, but again a defender just gets the vital foot in and steers it out for a throw-in. Now an opportunity for a cross. A good one. Took a few bounces on the way through. Now looking for an open shooting lane. Blocked away, and now a foul is called. Ball right over, onside the call. One-on-one here, cutting inside, holding them off, and then the defender comes in and takes the ball away. But they've turned it over again. PwC coming back. And that's a good left-footed clearance up the field. That ball's... Not sure what the call is here. Throwing down the line. It's a good one. Trying to move in on his left foot. Took on one player too many, and then the ball comes up and catches a hand. 15 minutes from time. Still a few twists and turns in this match, you'd have to think. Kicked up the field, well controlled. There's a great through ball. An opportunity here for KPMG. Goalkeeper well off his line. It's chipped through, but the defenders are there to clean it up and clear it away. Aggressive goalkeeping as he was well off his line to close down that angle. And if that ball had gotten by, it would have been well out of position. Switching the play. This one is going to be passed back to the keeper. There's another good ball into the box, header on, but it's going to bounce wide. KPMG have shown some pushback, and this is a very even game down the stretch. The opening goal of the match came off of a penalty kick at the end of the first half, and then two early goals in the second get us to 2-1. No goals for the past 10 minutes, though, although could that change here? Good ball just out of the reach of this on-running player. Ball over the top, headed back to the keeper. Two auditing firms going at it this evening in the Coed division. And this one, far from over. Run being made through the middle, but it's an acrobatic defensive play. Now, perhaps caught in possession here, and here comes KPMG. That one scooped over the top and easily headed down. You can hear the wind starting to pick up in the microphones. Still a pleasant evening at Collège Notre Dame. And that one is smashed all the way into the trees. just about 10 minutes from time. Are there one or two more goals to be had in this match? Remember, we saw 3 go in the span of 7 minutes or so, so could see a late flourish of offense. That attempted through ball off of their own player and out. Good throw-in. Not cleared convincingly. It's hanging up there. They've got to be careful not to concede a foul. And now it is going to be cleared away and out. KPMG are going to turn it on here, looking for an equalizer, trying to keep their undefeated record. Thus far this season, a nice nutmeg there. Left-footed ball through the middle. Now over the top, one-on-one. Defender ran past it momentarily, but then recovers well. Turning with the ball, here comes KPMG. Looking through, defender was right there. And this one blown down for a foul. Didn't see that one myself, but it's going to be a good opportunity to put a ball forward for the team looking to equalize. Low line drive knocked away easily by the defense, and they look to get right back up the pitch. Not much speed being put on this counterattack, and looks like it will come to nothing. And actually, PwC have conceded a foul. We've seen a bit more of that this half. KPMG certainly the less disciplined team in the first 30. Trying to press here to create a turnover. This one rolls out and it's going to be a PwC throw. Just about 5 minutes from time now. Here comes PwC. Looking to put this one to bed. Playing it out wide. Ball back through the middle. It's headed away. Just missing that final pass to goal. Now this one takes a deflection and they'll get a corner kick out of it. As it stands right now, PwC would overtake top spot in the division. But could KPMG say something about that? Good corner kick looking for the penalty spot. Bounces once and is then knocked away by a defender. This one back through the middle. PwC probably watching the clock a bit here, just wanting to run out this game, although here's an opportunity for a counter-attack, but again, we see the nice work by the defender, has had good body position and good pace and was able to stomp out that attack. Here they come. KPMG looking to cross. There's a player there. Good opportunity. There's the shot. And there's the equalizer. It was a ball across that no one dealt with. And it was smashed into the roof of the goal. No mistake with that finish. Quality work. The goalkeeper had no opportunity to get to that one. And with just about 3 minutes, this game is equalized. And KPMG have completed the comeback down by 2 at the beginning of the second half. They scored that great free kick. And then they work it around, and it's a great finish. PwC defended so well today, and they break down in the final minute. Could there be another goal here? Still a bit of time left. Just under 2 minutes. That one's sliced out of play. Is there a winner in this one, or will both teams remain undefeated? Very evenly matched outfits, to be sure. Throw it in. Overhead kick. Trying for the spectacular. Didn't fall favorably for KPMG or for PwC, but they've got it back now. Looking for a through ball, but it's a vital foot that intervenes. Referee checking his watch as this one ricochets away. And now a foul. So is this a late opportunity for KPMG? Or excuse me, for PwC? Is there a winner in the cards? Line drive easily cleared away. And that's actually the last action of the game. So it's a nice comeback from KPMG. And these teams remain knotted atop the table in the Coed division. 2-2 the final score from Collège Notre Dame. Thank you for joining us on Corporate Soccer TV.